Tim and Rachel, he could not have imagined life was going to be this tough, could he?
No. And I think we may talk about the 6-month anniversary of his 5 pledges today. And when he made those 5 pledges at the start of the year on inflation, on the NHS, on the small boats, etc., I think he thought he would achieve them easily. And via the achievement of those pledges, re-establish Conservative credentials for competence after the Liz Truss debacle. And as we know with each of those pledges, they probably will be met, but convincingly, probably not.
And some of them may not be met at
No,
all.
possibly.
Not in time for the general election. Rachel?
I mean, I find it quite odd that you would become Prime Minister or seek to become Prime Minister and not think about the fact that it might be really difficult because all of the easy problems get solved before they get to the level of being the Prime Minister. But certainly there is a sort of unique economic situation, sort of multiple challenges that he's facing. Although, again, he knew that during the leadership contest. He was actually saying that head-to-head with Liz Truss. Come on, this stuff is harder than you think it's going to be. I think what has made it hard for him is his main selling point that he made as a selling point was sort of competence and integrity.
Yeah.
And it was those two things. And if everything else is kind of going wrong, but you're saying you're very competent and you've got great integrity, and then it looks like you're not that competent and there are issues which we can go into that call that integrity into question.
He did have in so many ways a fair win behind him. He was not Boris Johnson. He was not Liz Truss. And the troops on the back benches, they may not have loved him, but they were willing to do their bit in supporting the leader for the sake of breaking with the bad old days. There was a period when he seemed to have a period of grace or something close to it. And look at where we are now. As Tim says, those 5 pledges look wobbly, in some cases far too wobbly to actually happen by the time of the next general election, the way things are going. The party's split. We saw yesterday those new Conservatives, as they call themselves, making demands for such a tough line on migration now that it looks politically impractical. It looks economically deeply questioning. It's frankly not going to happen. And its only effect is to underline the splits that exist on this subject and to highlight the failures when it comes to meeting huge promises of progress on migration and numbers of migrants into this country. And now today we see this research. It's monthly research by your organisation, your old organisation, Con Home, Tim, where you guys gauge the mood of grassroots activists who engage with the Con Home website. Who do you like in the cabinet?
My gift to the nation.
Your
John.
gift to the nation.
When we set this up, sort of, goodness knows how many years ago now, certainly 15, 16 years ago. And the shadow cabinet, as it when we first, some of them have tried to game this poll in the past.
Phoning around their mates.
I won't reveal the identity of the person, but we did have 169 entries from one office in the House of Commons.
No, really.
And we did warn but he said if it was his researcher that was guilty of that.